29 and I find myself wondering what did happen to the last 10. I ran away with my life, fast forward, never turn back again. It's kind of funny that the more we pass time, the more we need to set the rewind. And 19 was the year I had to leave you, but now I'm seeing all the signs.
Good morning! Welcome back. This week I am doing a bit of a weekly reset. I have really been struggling with my health recently. Like, I have literally been sick 3 times for a total of 7 weeks in the last 3.5 months. I'm not always the best at resting when I'm sick, but this has definitely taught me how important it is to take care of yourself and to listen to your body. But of course, while listening to my body and prioritizing rest, I neglected other aspects of my life that are important to me, and I'm excited now that I'm feeling better to get back into that. This week, I want to take care of my apartment, get back into my fitness routine, knock off a couple of to-dos from my list, engage in some hobbies, and spend some quality time with my husband. Let's get started. So one thing that I do to keep myself fairly organized is use a digital planner. This is my planner. I already spent some time this morning getting it all ready for the week. As you can see here, it is Memorial Day. So there are some things that I really want to get done, as well as some things that I get to do simply because it is a holiday. So this is the list of the things that I want to do today. Obviously, I am already filming. Should I mark it off or should I wait? Let's mark it off. I've started. I do need to wash my beauty tools. I want to clean my compact. While I do that, I thought I would explain a little bit about why I was gone for so long. The last video that I actually posted was filmed in August. I am currently working on editing a video that I filmed in September, and until now, I haven't filmed anything since then. It is currently May. The biggest reason I stopped filming was because I got a promotion. Not only did my new role require a lot more time and energy, I also moved offices, so instead of working a 5-minute train ride from my apartment or a 30-minute walk, I began commuting. I give myself about an hour each way, at least 45 minutes to an hour. So you can imagine that when your commute increases that much, you just have a lot less time in your personal life to work on side projects or other hobbies. But now that I have been in my new role for about 7 months now, I am trying to get back into my YouTube journey. The next thing that I need to do is message my rheumatologist. Basically, I have had chronic wrist pain since 2020. Nothing specific happened. I didn't have a specific injury, but I started to have wrist pain despite going to physical therapy and occupational therapy and orthopedist. Yeah, I think orthopedist. My pain never really improved. I have had a few different MRIs done, and they do show degeneration of my ligaments, and I do have a TFCC tear in both wrists. Eventually, I was referred to rheumatology, and my rheumatologist thinks that this could be psoriatic arthritis. Unfortunately, my understanding is that psoriatic arthritis isn't something that you can just do a blood test for. It's more based on symptoms, family history, and things like that. One of the only ways to determine if that is an accurate diagnosis for me is to treat it with medication and see how I respond. She put me on a medication called Otezla. I took that from August through November. It wasn't clear if it was making a difference. I did start to feel better. I thought it was because I was wearing a new brace that was specific for a TFCC tear. It was hard to know if I was feeling better because of the Otezla, because of the brace that I was wearing, or because I got a new job, and my new job definitely has more variety of activities or movements throughout the day. We thought maybe the Otezla wasn't helping, so I went off of the Otezla. In December, I started noticing that I was having a lot of neck pain, and it also made me question issues that I've had with my knee before and my ankle. In February, I decided to reach out and see if I could restart the Otezla. So I did that, and I immediately had a cold for literally 5 weeks. 5 weeks in a row I was sick. I had a cold again in April, and then in early May I got the flu. It's hard to know if I'm getting sick so often because Otezla is a mild immunosuppressant, or Otezla also has a common side effect, which is upper respiratory infection. So am I getting sick because I'm on an immunosuppressant, or am I getting sick because it's a direct side effect of the Otezla? And I'm not a doctor, so I don't know if those are actually crazy questions, so I'm gonna message her. The next thing on my to-do list is to do some crafting. I do have a Cricut and I love making everyone cards. These are not my designs, I'm literally just putting together someone else's design. One of my good friends recently gave birth to a baby. I want to make her and her husband a card, so let's get on that. Now I have cut everything that I need for this project. I'm going to work on putting all of this together, and while I do that, I am going to watch Queen Charlotte. This is what it looks like. I just love this card so much because basically, as you saw when I was making it, there was a little dinosaur, and the dinosaur is inside this little perforated egg part. So when I send this to my friend, I'll make sure she knows to open up the little tab, and when she opens it, she'll see a little dinosaur in a little egg, and it's just the cutest thing ever. Another thing marked off my to-do list, and it's something that I actually enjoy doing. Jordan and I went out on a walk. We decided to go to the street fair that is being held in our neighborhood for Memorial Day. As you saw on my to-do list, I wanted to go on a walk today, so I thought I would walk through the street fair. I did walk through the street fair. It did not count as a walk. We were walking for over 30 minutes and it only counted as 6 minutes of exercise. So we decided to pick up some good food. We actually got the same food that we got last year. So we got some jerk chicken, arepas, and some corn with a spicy butter. Luckily, we live close enough that we are able to pick up all that food and then take it back to our apartment, and we ate it on the roof. So it was really nice. Afterward, we went on another walk to actually get the rest of my exercise in. That is everything off of my to-do list today. This was a really successful Monday. Obviously, I didn't have work, so it's not like it was a typical Monday, but it was a good way to start the short week. I'm feeling good about it. Good morning. The long weekend is officially over, and now I need to get into the work week. Today, I am actually working from my old office, so I don't have to commute as far today, which is really awesome. I was a part of a cohort that got trained in neurofeedback a few months ago. My partner works at my old office, so once a week I go to my old office and she and I practice neurofeedback on each other. Today, it looks like I have 2 things that I need to do before work, which is call and make some doctor's appointments. Everything else is for after work, so I will do that. I'm home from work and my husband is trying to get the neurofeedback paste out of my hair. Normally, I try to line up my hair washing schedule with the neurofeedback practice so that I can just wash it out in the shower, but today, unfortunately, I didn't align it well. Thank you, Jordan.
You're welcome.
I just thought I would talk a little bit about my day. Oh, there's Luna! I got my exercise in already today because I walked to the office, so that was cool. I had to get to the office early today because I'll cut this out of the vlog, but well, so I did the neurofeedback practice with my partner, and then we had a training. So we had a 4-hour training on a different kind of neurofeedback. It's a lot, you know, it's a lot to sit anywhere for like 4 hours and have to learn something. My old colleague who works there did bring me some snacks, so he gave me like some Pocky, chips, cookies, things like that. He actually surprised me with some brown sugar boba as well, so that was really exciting. It was a nice treat. So that was my day. Luna, is there a birdie?
Yeah.
Did he leave? Hey, good afternoon, evening, what? It is Thursday. I didn't really film yesterday. Commuting is hard. My train yesterday was just stopped at Times Square for, it was like 15 minutes. And then after that, it went local. So it was pretty frustrating. Got home a little bit late. And then I still needed to work out, wash my hair, and do those kinds of things. And then today I had a kind of similar issue. I was like just waiting at the platform for my transfer for like 20, maybe 25 minutes. So I just got home later than normal, and I don't know, it just kind of throws off your evening. But I just wanted to check in about what I did do yesterday and what I didn't do yesterday, and then what I did and didn't do today. Because at the end of the day, my goal really is a little bit more weekly. If I can get something done by the end of the week, that's what's most important to me. I did not do the May review yesterday. Didn't do the June goals yesterday. I just totally forgot. So that was my bad for not looking at my planner. I did do HIIT, and I did wash my hair. I didn't do a ton of cleaning, but I did make a point at least to put away my stuff. I did not do mint, and I did not work on Father's Day cards. What does that mean for today? I did not do Pilates because, again, I didn't look at my planner, so I didn't realize I was supposed to. I went on a walk instead, so I'll just trade that from a different day. I did do some cleaning, not like the hugest, most amount of cleaning, but I did make a point at least to put my dishes away, clean up after dinner, that kind of thing. It's June 1st, so that means it's time to do the June replacements. I'm gonna go do those. I'll be right back. So I just did the June replacements. For June, it was just our loofahs and our razor blades. I do need to order clindamycin, which is just an acne medicine that I use on occasion. So I'm gonna order that, and then I'm going to work on my May review. I actually started my May review earlier today. I did it on the train ride to work, and then I did a little bit on the train ride home. The monthly review that I do is a part of my planner. So I used to get the physical passion planner, and then because of my wrist issues, I've transitioned over into a digital version. I think that the digital version is a little bit easier for me because I'm not having to rewrite so many things every single week. Instead, I can just copy and paste from week to week. But because typing sometimes is still easier than handwriting, I do the monthly review and the monthly goal setting in my notes instead. I just ordered my clindamycin, and I also did my May review and my June goals. I'm definitely not going to order the Nespresso tonight. I will do some editing after this, but I'm not going to do any of the other things that I missed from yesterday tonight. I am someone who needs a lot of sleep to function the next day, so I'm just not really into like staying up extra late to get things done, or even really very often for things that I enjoy, because what I enjoy is not feeling like death tomorrow. Hopefully I'll get them done tomorrow, but if I don't, then that's what the weekend is for. I do try to do more during the week so that I can enjoy the weekend, but it's okay. I think that's it for today. I can't believe it. Jordan and I ordered our Nespresso pods at like 7 p.m. last night, and it's already here. These are the ones that we got. And then it also came with a little sampler box. So we got some coffee as well as some espresso. I didn't mean to start recording yet. Good afternoon, or evening. It is 4:54, which is right at the cusp of evening, I guess. Anyway, it is Saturday. It has been a long week. I'm tired. Work has been really challenging recently. My new role is a lot harder than my old one. We're dealing with a lot of staffing changes. I've been basically doing my job as well as someone else's job, as well as training for new hires. So it's really been a lot, and it's been exhausting. But that doesn't mean that I want my personal life to suffer. So let's look at what I did and what I didn't do so far this week. Yesterday, I did do... No, we ended up not doing HIIT, and the reason we didn't do HIIT is because we'd already done it once this week. So we actually changed that to strength. We did not get around to going to Alma's Brothers, but that's fine. We should do that on a walk anyway, because we'd walk there. I did edit. I did do Mint. I couldn't deal with that 3265 because it has to do with a charge that hasn't actually come through yet. It was an order I put in, and we don't get charged until it ships, and it doesn't ship until closer to the second week of the month. I want to make sure that I put that on next week instead. We did not deal with bills. Today was just not a day for doing bills. I did do some cleaning. I have done some editing. Wait, did I do editing today? No, I haven't done any editing today. I don't know what I'm talking about. We did go on a date. Jordan and I went and had some pesto gnocchi, and we also got some gelato since we were already in the Little Italy in Chinatown area. I think what I should work on is the cards. So I'm working on Father's Day cards. I already made one because I wanted to see how complicated of a design it would be. It is this one. I did not design this. I use Cricut Access. I can customize someone else's design. In total, I want to make one for my father, Jordan's stepfather, my brother-in-law, and a good friend of mine. I finished the Father's Day cards, so I have all 4 because Jordan's stepdad is a vegetarian. We did make one that didn't have any meat in it. We made him a little vegetarian taco. It is Sunday, so it is my last day of the week to get anything done that I really wanted to this week. So we just paid as many bills as we could right now. We do have one credit card, and it is like one of our more used credit cards that unfortunately doesn't close until the 5th this month, and it is the 4th. We can't pay that right now. We'll do that probably next weekend. We're done with bills for the day. It is time to meal plan. This is our meal plan from last week. I just want to go over it and see if we want to make any changes or if we want to continue with the exact same thing. Your head is cut off.
Nearly headless.
I like meal planning in the iPad because it makes it really easy to just move things around and keep things from week to week. On the other hand, I'll write the meal plan on these Post-its, and then we will stick them on the fridge, and then Jordan can see what the meal plan is even if my iPad isn't around. While I do that, Jordan is going to go through the fridge and see what do we need to buy for the meal plan this week, what do we already have some of, and he will update a grocery list note so that he knows what to buy when he goes grocery shopping this week for us. Okay, adjust. So I just got a package, and I am so excited for this. So excited. I already have one of these, and they're really helpful for organizing your cardstock. I just have too much cardstock for just one, so that's why I ordered a second one. And then I also ordered a whole bunch of these. These are what I'm gonna try to use to store my scraps of cardstock. This is what I currently use to store my scraps of cardstock. And as you can see, it's not really going super well. It's supposed to close, but it's just way too much stuff, and like it's not working. You guys, I just realized I still need to do my love note for Jordan. I wrote my love note, and I'm gonna figure out where I'm gonna write that now. So I think it's finally time to update my planner. What I mean by that is just getting my planner set up for the next week. Oh no. What is she gonna do to the curtains to get to the bird?
She's gonna make sure she doesn't do anything stupid. Luna! That could have been so much worse.
Luna, what did you do today?
Nothing.
You sure about that? Other than Jordan's stream, there's nothing else on my to-do list for today. I'm probably just gonna do some editing, maybe try to relax, because I didn't really do that much this weekend. I'm gonna wrap it up here. I hope you enjoyed, and I will see you in the next one. No, I didn't mean to start recording.
At 29 and I find myself wondering what did happen to the last 10.